got some big games in the SEC, guys. I don't know the last time we've seen where it's two top 10 teams. The college football playoff rankings came out. Well, whatever. It's early. It'll play itself out. Seems like they're doing a little bit of positioning to boost the SEC teams' resumes. LSU is number comes in at 10, who they play Alabama this week, and LSU is a little bit of a fun fact. Friday on a Thursday here is LSU is looking for their first win at home against Bama since when? You guys know this?
Since when?
Yeah, the last time LSU won at home against Alabama.
I'm
I'll
gonna
say
say Nick.
2000.
I'm gonna say Nick Saban was their head coach. I'm gonna go 2004.
Okay, you said 2004, Grant. Ethan, what did you say? 2000?
2000.
2010.
Really?
Yep.
No,
Yep. That was the year. That was Greg McElroy's senior year. Alabama went like 8-4. That was their last win at home. Alabama's a 13.5 point favorite. It is a night game in LSU. So LSU will always have a shot. The game's on ESPN.
which that at Baton Rouge at night will always be a top 5 bucket list game.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't
Absolutely.
know if I'd make it out alive, but it's top 5 game to go to without question.
Marty Smith tells an incredible story about this game. I don't remember. I think it was in 2018 when LSU and Alabama were playing, and he was doing a segment for game day, and game day was getting ready to start. And this LSU fan looks like he was still drunk from the night before, holding the bottle of Jack, goes up to him, offers Marty a sip, and he's like, "No, I got to do a TV segment." Well, welcome to Death Valley, brother, and just chugs a bottle of whiskey at 5 a.m. At that point, I think I would just be happy to make it alive to the game.
Oh, you know for a fact that guy by about 2:30 passed out in the back of his truck and slept in the back of that pickup for about 36 straight hours.
Oh yeah, for sure. And we'll get into the game here, but I think obviously crowd's going to be electric. It's going to be an incredible atmosphere. Alabama has struggled on the road as of late, losing to Tennessee. Should have probably lost to Texas.
Texas.
And then if just not that typical Nick Saban team you're used to seeing, I think their inability to consistently run the ball is what's really been hindering them in these road games. And I think a key for them is they got to be able to run the ball. They don't need to go run for 300 yards, but they need to be effective running it. They need to be able to move the sticks, stay ahead of the sticks, 2nd and 5, 2nd and 4, where they keep that playbook for Bill O'Brien, keep that play sheet big. And then on the defensive side, I think the biggest thing is just keeping Jaden Daniels in the pocket, because when he's most dangerous and when he has his most success is when he's able to break loose, scramble, get out of the pocket, and throw the ball on the run. That's where he has his most success. I think if Alabama's able to do that, I think that gives them a shot to win.
I'd actually be kind of surprised if they don't blow them out of the water. I think LSU is not good at all. The fact they're ranked 10th is honestly kind of ridiculous to me. 4 spots above Utah.
It's just to boost the SEC resume.
I know. It's just a joke. Like, they're not even relatively close to a top 10 team. Who have they beat all year? Auburn?
They barely beat Auburn on the road. Their big win was they beat Ole Miss by like 25 points.
Which was close in the fourth quarter.
11, which
but then
and Ole Miss isn't even good either.
That was a game, that Ole Miss LSU game, and I think if that game is played at Ole Miss, I think Ole Miss wins by 25.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and let's not, LSU, they had that awful game against Florida State. They barely beat Auburn. They only beat Florida by 10 points. This is, you said, it's just bias, and it's a big name brand. And the college football committee knows this college football season has been below average. We've had one really great game, and besides that, it's been kind of meh. So they want to try to create buzz. And how do you create buzz? Top 10 matchup in Baton Rouge.
With Herbie and Fowler on the call.
Herbie and Fowler on the call. Nighttime in Tiger Stadium. They're going to be singing Garth Brooks before the people are going to be drinking. There might be 1,000,000 pounds of crawfish in that stadium, and I hope there is. It's Saban against his old team, and Nick loves nothing more than going into that stadium and just beating the shit out of those Tigers.
His former team.
His former team. So this is just a way for them to try to boost up and get people excited about college football here in November. But I'm with Ethan. I don't think LSU is that good. I think Alabama has listened, in the words of Nick Saban, to the rat poison this year. Everyone said, including all three of us, said how great they were, and they were going to be the undisputed national championships. They were going to roll through this year, and they've struggled. But a big thing for Alabama is last week, former LSU Tiger cornerback Eli Ricks, he finally got on the field, and he was dominant against Mississippi State. I think he had 4 pass breakups, an interception, brought some energy to that secondary, which they needed after Tennessee torched them this year. Arkansas made that game somewhat close, almost losing to Texas. That defense, I think, needed a spark because Will Anderson and Dallas Turner aren't bringing the constant pressure like I thought they would this year. Also teams might be, trying to get the ball out quicker and triple team and will. But this Alabama secondary was a sieve against Tennessee, and having Eli Ricks last week finally play was something big. And I'm looking for a big revenge game from him, because as soon as Jaden Daniels turns that ball over a couple of times, he kind of snowballs. And then LSU could take advantage. Alabama could take advantage of this, and beat the Tigers by 20 in that stadium again.
Yeah, well, Alabama hasn't been what we're accustomed to seeing them either, especially on the defensive side. I mean, you don't see them give up 52 points to a team. I don't know the last time you see that. They haven't, and I think that's what will give them. I think LSU will be able to move the ball against them. It's just they got to be able to get touchdowns, because Bryce Young's going to ball. We all know that. And we'll see what happens.